everyone, hope you are doing well. Well, the entire world will be watching crucial developments here in New Delhi, particularly on 4th and 5th of December, because the Russian President Vladimir Putin is going to be attending that 23rd annual summit dialogue between the top leadership. But this is a state visit, and it's the first visit since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which India, by the way, has still neither condemned categorically nor has it even called an invasion. The timing of this visit extremely significant. A, because it's India's messaging to the United States that you can keep breathing down our neck, you can impose all kinds of sanctions or threats of sanctions, but that tried, tested strategic partnership with Russia is not going to be destabilized, at least anytime soon. B, this visit is also happening at a time when there are multiple layers of dialogues, talks happening to find some sort of a solution for a possible ceasefire or a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. The European leaders have been talking with President Zelensky, Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff, his son-in-law Jared Kushner. They were in Russia just ahead of Putin's visit. French President Emmanuel Macron has actually landed in China to try and use Beijing as a pressure point on Russia to come to some sort of a peace agreement. And remember, the other part which is very important for India is that 50% American tariff that remains and continues to hurt our economy. And 25% of that is actually a penalty which was imposed because India was buying very high volumes of Russian oil. This purchase saw a sharp spike, particularly after the Russian invasion. But in the last couple of weeks, because of the American pressure and because India does feel the need at the end of the day to appease and massage Trump's ego to a certain extent when bilateral trade negotiations are on. So these Russian oil purchases have gone down. India has signaled that it will be willing to buy more oil, LNG from other markets, including the Americans. But that doesn't mean that India is going to reduce its defense, in fact, exchanges with Russia in any possible way. So what are going to be perhaps the big agreements? What is the mobility agreement that we are talking about? What is RELOS or the reciprocal logistics support agreement that was signed in February 2025 and has been ratified by the Russian parliament or the Duma just ahead of Putin's big visit? What are in fact the possible outcomes and deliverables from these talks? He will receive a state visit. He will receive a ceremonial welcome, a presidential banquet. The official talks with Prime Minister Modi will happen on the 5th, and I will be tracking all of these updates, trying to break down each of these details for you. So stay tuned and subscribe to my YouTube station, Smitasharma Journalist, and follow us for all the latest.